This conference will now be recorded.
Hey guys, this is Naveen here. Welcome back to Naveen Automation Labs. So most probably, I think this will be the last series of 2019. But if you remember that 1 year back, I have already published some of the important interview questions on Selenium. And again, on a public demand, I'm creating one or two or three videos. I guess it will take. The new set of questions are there, and I have collected these questions from different blogs. And some of the important questions I have noted down, and some of the important information also I have noted down, and accordingly we can prepare. Because now the scenarios, I mean, the market scenario is that people are expecting some really smart answer with respect to Selenium. So I'm pretty much sure that okay, this video will help you a lot. Definitely, my old Selenium interview questions are really good. People are really liking it. So you guys can please refer those videos as well. Around 3 to 4 videos on Selenium interview questions I have prepared. And now this is a new setup, okay, questions, and maybe some questions will be repeated, or some questions are not that important, so I'll ignore because 200 plus interview questions I'm going to cover now. Okay, cool. So let's start with the first question, that what is Selenium and why it is used. I think for every Selenium automation guy, you should know what do you mean by Selenium. So guys, never say that okay, Selenium is a tool. Selenium is not an automation tool. It's a kind of API. It's a kind of library which is freely available in the market, which is open source. You can use that library, and this library can be used with any programming language binding like Java, C Sharp, .NET, Python, XPath, okay, Ruby, JavaScript, and everything. So this is about Selenium. And Selenium is cross-platform and portable automation testing. It is created by Jason Huggins in 2004, and later on, I don't want to get into that history. And WebDriver 2.0 came in around 2011, 3 came in 2006. If you remember, Geeko Driver came, and then Selenium 4 we are expecting in 2020. Then, if you talk about that cross platform testing, and then it is compatible with different browsers, different programming languages, different operating systems, it is quite portable. If you talk about what do you mean by Selenium RC, Selenium RC is totally gone, so you don't need to prepare, guys. It came around 2004 early, and now it's totally deprecated. It's already announced by Selenium guys that it's totally gone from the market. They are not supporting this particular tool. RC means remote control, and I'm not going to talk about RC because it's not at all useful for us. So if someone is teaching you Selenium RC, they are making you fool. So please don't. Okay, no need to learn about RC. It's totally gone. What is Selenium 2.0 and why it is superior to RC? Because Selenium RC is also called Selenium 1. When 2.0 came into the picture, it means that is WebDriver. The first WebDriver came with Selenium 2, and it was providing some native APIs, directly send the commands in the form of okay, JSON via protocol to the browser and performing some actions, okay, on the browser through some server. And like Chrome driver.exe came into the picture, and then Geeko driver came into the picture, Internet Explorer.exe came into the picture. Through JSON via protocol, it's more of a client server API interaction between your client and the server, like that. And server is sending all the requests to the browser to perform different actions. So that was a major change in Selenium WebDriver. In Selenium RC, we have to start the server manually. The standalone jar file was there, and we have to start the server. That is called RC server. RC server will take the request from the client and perform the action on the okay on the browser. So that is totally deprecated, and WebDriver came into the picture. Then Selenium 3.0. Selenium 3.0 majorly, I mean, it's landed in 2016 and is implemented with the W3C specification for the WebDriver. And although Selenium 4 will be totally 100% W3C WebDriver implementation, and that is a major change, guys. Selenium 3.0. Selenium 3.0 specifically browser vendors came into the picture. uh, Google Chrome driver, Chrome driver.exe, Firefox driver.exe, Geeko driver, and all these things. Now it is responsibility has been taken from the vendors only. Now Firefox will say that okay, yeah, it has to be. We will create the Firefox.exe file for you. geekodriver.exe for you. We will create Chrome driver exe and Internet Explorer driver.exe. So that was a totally isolation. It was not part of the Selenium now, and Chromium and Firefox and Internet Explorer, Apple, Mozilla, Firefox, and Google. These guys, they will provide you the exe file for that. Okay, so architecture wise, I've already explained what is the Selenium architecture, guys. That you guys can refer my video. That what do you mean a WebDriver architecture? People will ask this question at a time of interview. Please, different. What is a different architecture and how exactly Selenium is interacting with the browser and all those things. So just to give you a basic overview that, so this is your client where you're writing a script through Chrome driver.exe. It will create a server. So this is create a client and this is your server, and this is your browser. Let's see Firefox or Chrome driver, and this is your Safari or maybe any browser. Let's say this is Chrome and this is Firefox, right? So what will happen? This server will be started from .exe file, whatever the executable file that you are using it. We are sending the request that okay, hey, WebDriver driver equal to new Chrome driver. It will check this request is valid or not, having the proper session ID and everything. And then the request will be sent over here, and the server will perform the specific action on these browsers. Same request for .click, .send keys, .get text, whatever you're performing, everything has to be gone through from the server only. So this is the basic, the basic architecture of the Selenium WebDriver, how exactly it is working with the help of JSON via protocol and in the form of APIs, right? Okay, so what are the different four components of Selenium? Selenium IDE. Selenium IDE is now recently launched with the new version. So please go and check. I've already prepared one video on Selenium IDE. It's quite interesting now. But Selenium IDE is used for record and play. It's not only for Firefox. I think it's available for Chrome and Firefox both. Okay, so it's just record and play. Now you can export in the form of JUnit script, in the form of, I think TestNG also will be supported very soon, or maybe some other programming languages also will be supported very soon. You can simply record and you can play it. You can export in the form of WebDriver TestNG or WebDriver JUnit code, and it's quite interesting. And they have recently launched a new version of the Selenium IDE. And earlier, 1 year back, Selenium IDE was totally dead. But I really don't prefer Selenium IDE because obviously we cannot design the complete end-to-end framework when you have 200, 300 test cases. It's really difficult to maintain all those test cases over here with Selenium IDE. Selenium RC, as I told you, that is totally gone. That is a remote control which exposes the API for scripting test in different languages, also runs them in the browser, but you have to start the server for that. Selenium WebDriver that we guys are learning nowadays after Selenium 3 and Selenium 4 is recently coming to the picture. So Selenium 2 is 2011, Selenium 3 in 2016, and now 2020 is for your Selenium 4 for that, right? Then we all know that okay, what is Selenium Grid? So new Selenium Grid is also coming, Selenium Grid number 2, but Selenium Grid is provides the concurrency for your parallel execution for your cross-browser testing. Let's say I want to execute my WebDriver code on 5 browsers, like let's say 2 Google Chrome and 3 Firefox, or maybe 2 Internet Explorer or 2 Safari on different platforms. Like Chrome is running with the Mac machine, Chrome is running with Windows, Firefox is running with Mac machine, one Linux machine, and all those things you can configure. So Selenium Grid is nothing just to perform the cross-browser testing in parallel mode, right? So Selenium Grid provides okay the provision to execute your test cases on the remote machine, on the server machine, not on your local machine, and then you can create any server and then you can execute your script from here to here. You just need to use desired capabilities to configure Selenium Grid, and whatever the host that you are creating, whatever the server that you are creating, you just need to use the same server host URL, IP address, and the port number in your script in the form of desired capabilities. And you have to tell your script that okay, on which browser you want to execute, and then accordingly it will be executed like that, right guys? So this is the way you have to explain at a time of interview as well. What are the benefits does WebDriver has over RC? There are so many okay benefits. First of all, Selenium RC was having a lot of bugs in RC. It was quite slow as compared to as compared to WebDriver. Selenium core can't ignore the disabled elements. There were a lot of problems were there because I don't know, you people who recently started Selenium WebDriver, maybe you guys are not aware about Selenium RC. You haven't worked upon RC, but I have personally used RC. There were a lot of bugs, a lot of it was not at all stable. A disable element we were not able to handle it sometimes. Pop-ups also we were not able to handle it properly. Move to element actions classes also are very much poor over there. All the different user actions things were missing over there. So RC was not that great. Then WebDriver came into the picture, and then WebDriver solved a lot of problems over there. Other than that, RC has a mature set of APIs but suffers from redundancy, as I told you, and complicated commands were there. And on the other hand, WebDriver is available in the form of API, very neat and clean and very lightweight APIs are there to interact with the browser in the form of servers. So uh, it's a kind of WebDriver is a kind of a very cleaner interface is available, which does not have all these kind of problems. RC does not provide support for the HTML unit. Yes, that is the headless browser testing, but WebDriver supports a headless unit, okay, HTML unit driver. RC includes a test result generator to produce HTML report, but WebDriver does not have any inbuilt report ability. In RC, we used to create our own report generator in the form of HTML, but WebDriver, it can be easily integrated with your TestNG report, JUnit report, Cucumber report, okay, or any kind of extend report, okay, any kind of HTML like Allure report results, and all these kind of reports, it can be easily integrated with WebDriver, but WebDriver does not provide any specific utility for the report generation. So what are the benefits of automation, guys? Especially with respect to Selenium, okay, that it's open source, freely available. That I've already prepared one video. What are the pros and cons? Again, I'll repeat: cross browser, almost all the standard browsers supported by Selenium. Multi-language support: Java, C Sharp, Python, Ruby, PHP, Perl. Okay, all these languages are supported by Selenium. Cross-platform testing, like either you are running your script on Windows, Linux, or Mac machine, we can execute the same test on different browsers as well as different platforms. Platform means operating system. Concurrency for cross-browser testing and parallel execution point of view, we have Selenium Grid. We can execute millions of, okay, not millions, sorry, 10,000 test cases. Okay, we can save a lot of time with respect to concurrency with the help of Selenium Grid. CLI support is also there. Command line support, we can create a test suite with hundred of tests and launch with a single command also, that we can easily do that. It can be easily integrated with CI/CD tools like Jenkins and all those things, and for your schedulers, for your nightly execution and all those things, you can see that. Other than that, I'll add one more point over here, that third party integration, that is again right, it's easily done with Selenium third party integration. Third party means any kind of third party softwares like TestNG, JUnit, Cucumber, Apache Py API, Log4j, any kind of damn third party APIs you can integrate with Selenium easily, right? Any kind of framework you can design, any kind of third party integration you can do that. Jenkins integration you can do that, right? So it's quite flexible. So this is the biggest advantage to use such kind of open source tools. Free help means it's a huge community support. Now there are so many YouTube channels, so many their GitHub repository is also quite active, and people are quite active. Their owners, their founders, their I mean not owners, their founders, their creators of Selenium, they always active, along with a lot of YouTubers are there, a lot of blogging community people are there. So it's a quite famous tool available in the market. Tester friendly, a known programmer also can also automate using Selenium, and it's not complicated to be used by a programmer. So the good thing is, if you know basics of programming, easily you can learn Selenium WebDriver, and anyone can learn Selenium. It's not a big deal, right? And then active development and bug fixes on the latest project. This is a really good thing that, okay, it's ongoing project activities are happening over there. Like you can see that in every week or every 1 week or 2 week, there is a new bug fix or something like this, or maybe a new versions are coming every month, something like this. So the latest version of Selenium 3 is 3.141.59, but I'm pretty much sure Selenium 4 will be there. A lot of new bug fixes plus a couple of new things are coming in Selenium 4. So that is the ongoing project. So it's not a dead tool. It's not that people are not supporting it. It's not like that creators are and committers are not they are not going to commit a new features and new bug fixes like that, right? Some of the downside of the Selenium, yes, they are the different doesn't support automation for Windows-based application first of all, but WinApp driver is available and some other tools are available which is not coming from Selenium family, but WinApp driver is coming from Selenium, but it's still not that mature enough. So yeah, it does not support for Windows-based application. Can't perform mobile automation on its own. We have to use APM for that. Good built-in reporting, yes, just like UTP and Test Complete and other tools are available in the market, which is they are having their own reporting tools and everything, but it does not. It is totally dependent on TestNG report or Extend report or Allure or PDF report. Not 100% perfect for handling dynamic web element. Yeah, but it depends. Um, yeah, sometimes it's not 100%, especially with respect to, let's see, shadow elements are available or maybe SVG elements are available and dynamic elements are available. You have to create some smart XPath or some smart locator for that, but it's sometimes you might see some problems, but it depends how exactly you are writing your locators and all those things. It is quite kind of, I think, doable. We can do that, right? So sometime initially we are facing some problems with respect to processing the pop-ups and frames, but if you know how to handle them properly, okay, you can do it without any problem. Okay, so yeah, other than that, it cannot automate captcha, barcode, and okay, all those things which are actually not made for Selenium like that. Okay, so any Windows-based application, any desktop-based application, we cannot automate with respect to Selenium. So I'm not okay. This is not yeah, it's an important interview question, but let's move further. We have already covered these sort of things so many times. Okay, in my previous videos. Quickly, it's remember, guys. People might ask you what are the different programming languages supported by Selenium. Java, C Sharp, Python, please learn. Okay, I'm not talking about learn about these programming languages. Just learn the name at least. You should know. Okay, it looks good that okay we are giving an interview and people are asking these kind of questions and you know what are the different programming languages are supported with Selenium WebDriver. So Java, C Sharp, Python, Ruby, PHP, Perl, JavaScript, and then you should know what are the different frameworks are available. Like Selenium with Python, we have robot framework is available, and separate language binding is also available. For Java, we are actually using it. C Sharp also we are using it. JavaScript, like there are so many JavaScript frameworks are available. Grand, Mocha, Protector is there now. Okay, WebDriver IO is available. Ruby is also there. A water framework is there. Okay, with respect to Ruby, but it's not that famous now. PHP is also supported. You can automate PHP and with respect to Selenium, but it's not that popular. And you can use the Perl also, but I don't think so. People are using Perl nowadays. So but that's a language. It is supported by these guys. What are the different operating systems Selenium support? All that is Windows-based application, Windows Mobile, Linux, Mac machines, iOS, Android. All these different operating systems supported by Selenium. What type of cases we cannot automate with Selenium? Can you automate? Sorry, you can automate. So any kind of functional related test cases, acceptance testing, regression testing, sanity, smoke, end-to-end test cases, cross-browser test cases, integration test, and the responsiveness cases, all these kind of different types of test cases, different types of testing we can perform with respect to Selenium over there, right, guys? So yeah, can you use Selenium for testing REST APIs on web services? Yeah. So this is the question a lot of people they ask. The answer is okay. So how to give the answer for such kind of question? Selenium provide native APIs to interacting with the browser using actions and events. The REST APIs and the web services don't have any UI, hence we cannot automate using Selenium. It means it's a strictly not available. That Selenium is not designed for API or web service automation, right? We don't have any such methods, classes, or any kind of interface or any kind of utility available in Selenium, which will which we can use for automate the APIs, right? But it can be integrated with your REST API automation, like rest assured you can use HTTP client you can use, but those are third-party APIs. So you can integrate those APIs with your Selenium WebDriver, then you can automate Okay, UI plus API combination, that you can do that. But answer is strictly no. We cannot automate APIs with Selenium. Please remember this answer. Okay. If someone is saying that, okay, yeah, we can automate, so please share such code or such examples. But as such, we cannot automate APIs with Selenium. What are different types of WebDriver APIs supported in Selenium? So different types of WebDriver APIs that we know that. The answer is WebDriver name, WebDriver API like this. So Gecko driver, Gecko driver is also called Marinato, and Firefox driver, which is for the Firefox, right? That is a WebDriver API name, the Firefox driver. Microsoft WebDriver, that is called Edge. That is, we have WebDriver API name, that is the class name. Internet Explorer driver. Remember, WebDriver driver equal to new Firefox driver, new Chrome driver, new Internet Explorer driver, right? For Google Chrome, we are using Chrome driver. For Firefox driver, Internet Explorer driver. For HTML unit driver, we have it's a web client supported with Chrome, Firefox, and Internet Explorer. And Opera Chromium, that is not supported now. Okay, in Selenium 4 it will not be supported because Chromium is there, and Chromium, if you are testing with Chromium, you don't need to test with Opera. Safari driver is also available, Android, iOS, and event firing WebDriver is also available for firing the events and firing the logs and everything you can generate for that. So these are the different web drivers, guys, are available. Okay, so people will ask you what are the different driver APIs available in terms of in terms of for the browser, in terms of headless. So we have Firefox, Internet Explorer, Chrome driver, Safari driver, and HTML unit driver, Android driver, iOS driver, and event firing driver is available, right? Which of the WebDriver API is the fastest and why? So as I told you that out of them, HTML unit driver is the fastest because it does not open the browser, it does not execute the browser because there is no HTML unit browser. It simply interacts with the HTML source of the web page. It will send the HTTP request and simple get the response from there, and the entire script will remain same. You just need to write WebDriver driver equal to new HTML unit driver. Okay, that's why it is fast because it's not opening the browser, it's not doing any navigation. So obviously it is faster than as compared to other drivers. But it's not a always a right standard that okay we have to use HTML driver. Now we have other options like Chrome browser headless mode is available, Firefox headless mode is available, Chrome options are available. For that purpose, we can easily use that. Okay. Okay, so how can you use Selenium RC API along with 2 and 3? So I'm skipping this question. It's not that important. So I'm just, removing it. What do you know about Selenium IDE? As I told you, Selenium IDE quickly. It's an integrated development environment, record and play tool available with Firefox and Chrome browser extension, and it is used for record and play purpose. Whatever the commands that we are using in Selenium IDE, those commands are called inbuilt commands are called silence command, guys. Okay, it's saying system known as inbuilt. Okay, linguistic system known as a silence. It is collection of Selenium commands to perform actions on the web page. We have type method, click method, wait for text, assertions, different kind of silence command are there, but it is categorized into three important parts. One is the actions, like what kind of action you want to do that. So let's say you want to do like click, I want to type. So these are called actions. Then we have accesses, like these command monitor the state of an application and cache into some variable. For example, store text present, store element present, like this. Okay, and then the last one is the assertion. Assertion just like okay normal string or JUnit assertion, but IDE provides their own assertion that okay verify text, assert text, or something like this. So these are the three important silence commands are available: actions, accesses, and assertions like that. Okay, if someone is asking you what do you know about Selenium Grid, as I've already told you that okay, Selenium Grid is all about running your test cases in the parallel mode, running your test cases in the cross browser and cross platform mode, where let's say you have one Selenium WebDriver script that you have written and what you need to do. So this is the script is written, and you can set up your hub over here like this. Okay, and this hub is, let's say this hub is connected to multiple nodes. like this. So this is your hub, and these are the different nodes, and every node is having, let's see, this is a Firefox, this is Chrome, and this is Safari. And this Firefox is available on Windows, this Chrome is available on Mac machine, and Safari is available also on Mac machine, like this. Or you can create n number of nodes, guys. Let's see, this is one more. Chrome is available on on Windows machine. So different cross browser, cross platform testing, we can do that. And this is your script. You can send the request to the hub that, okay, hey, execute my test cases on all these browsers, right? So this is a concept of Selenium Grid, where you can use cross browser and cross platform. Remember these two terms: cross browser and cross platforms testing. You can easily do that with respect to Selenium Grid. Okay, what do you use Selenium Grid? I have already told you for parallel testing. What are the pros and cons of Selenium Grid? A lot of benefits: faster execution, first of all. Performance wise, okay, I support, as I told you, that concurrency test execution, so saves a lot of time, right? Having the ability to execute test cases in different browsers, so cross browser testing also we can do that, cross platform testing also we can do that, and we can easily, okay, distribute our test cases. Let's see, I have 600 test cases. I have let's say three machines are there, so I can distribute my test cases in different three nodes, 200, 200, 200, like that I can easily configure, right? So these are the different benefits of Selenium Grid. What does a hub do in Selenium? So as I told you, hub is a main, it will behave like a server that will, who will drive the parallel execution, who will send the request to the respective node. So a hub will be connected, will be registered with the different nodes, or you can say that all the nodes will be registered with the Selenium hub, and hub will send the request to the, that, okay, hey, execute login test on Chrome, Firefox, on these nodes, like that. Okay, so hub is a server, and node means a kind of, okay, which will which is registered with the hub, and who, okay, where exactly your test case will be executed. So on node, your application, your browser will be, okay, will be launched, and your application will be executed on the node machine, not on the hub machine. Okay, so what is the command to bind a node to Selenium Grid? Yeah, this is an interview question people might ask you. So what you have to do first, so this is the jar file, guys. You need it according to the latest version of Selenium. So please watch my Selenium Grid video available on my channel. Java hyphen jar, and then what is the role? The role is node, and what is the hub? The hub is this guy. So whatever the hub URL will be there, or let's see, it's running on your local host or running on a specific server. So you have to register your node with your hub through this command. So please remember this particular command: Java hyphen jar, and that is standalone jar file. Role, okay, minus role is node, and hub is your, minus hub means, or dash hub means your hub URL. Grid slash register, you have to use it, okay, like that. Then which of the Java, C Sharp, or Ruby can we use with Selenium? Yes, Java can be used. We can, moreover, we can do parallel testing using TestNG also. Through the testng.xml, we have a thread count concept is available. Okay, we can use for that. In C Sharp also, we can use Galileo to run our test concurrency in the grid. So C Sharp also provides for that. And Ruby, yes, we can do that. We can use the deep test to distribute a test across the grid. Okay, like that we can easily perform. But Java with testng, we all know that, okay, yeah, in testng we have testng.xml file, we have multiple tests you can create. You can write parallel equal to methods, parallel equal to test, parallel equal to classes, thread count also we can do it over there. Okay, then what are the Selenium Grid extras? What additional features does it add to Selenium Grid? Selenium extras means the set of management scripts to manage nodes more efficiently, like control of the individual nodes. You have full control. You can kill any node, you can start the node, you can register the node, you can deregister the code, you can kill a browser running test by name, you can stop a process by, okay, by or a program by its process ID, shift the mouse to a specific coordinate, you can, that also you can do it. And then retrieve physical RAM, I mean RAM and persistent storage uses statistics also, you can easily see that on the console of Selenium Grid. And then auto upgrade to the newer version of the WebDriver, that is a really good thing. And reset, restart, as I told you, a test node after a specified number of iteration also, that also can be configured with respect to Selenium Grid extras. Okay, centrally manage the configuring all the nodes. You can see the dashboard where Selenium Grid dashboard is there, where Selenium Hub dashboard is there, where you can see that, okay, how many nodes are connected, how many nodes are in active mode, how many nodes are in inactive mode, how many browsers are running over there, and what are different configuration, how many, what type of versions, platforms you are using for that. So a lot of things you can see from the Selenium Hub dashboard. It will capture the screenshot during error conditions as well. That also you can easily do that. Okay. Then a quick question, that what do you mean by difference between maximum sessions, maximum instances properties of Selenium Grid, right? So this is a very important interview question, and we get confused about that. So maximum sessions instances means, first of all, it is the number of browser instances, first of all, okay, of the same version. Of the same version means, let's say I'm giving maximum instances equal to 3. It means that can run on the remote machine, and I have to give it like this. I have to give this particular property, max instance is equal to 3. Whenever you are creating a node, you have to give a node like this. Let's see, max instance equal to 3, and platform is equal to this, and browser name is equal to Internet Explorer and the Firefox, right? And version I'm using 59, and version is equal to 11, and maximum instances, both the cases I'm giving 3. Okay, guys, it means we can run 3 instances of both the browsers, Firefox and Internet Explorer, at the same time. So total number of browsers will be 3 Firefox, right, and 3 Internet Explorer will be executed in parallel mode, will be launched in parallel mode. It means 6 total browser will be executed if you're using maximum instances, okay, like this. Maximum session means, it means how many browsers independent of the type and version can run concurrently on the same remote machine. It does not depend on your, okay, type and the version. So let's say you have written on a particular node maximum instance, okay, maximum session that you are mentioning, something like this, let's see, is 1. It means then no more than a single browser would run. It means it doesn't matter that, okay, how many browsers that you have configured on a particular node with respect to maximum instance, but maximum session, if you have written only is equal to 1, it means only one browser will be executed. That's it. Okay, but let's say you have given 2, the maximum session value is equal to 2. It means it can be either 2 Firefox, it can be 2 Internet Explorer, it can be 1 Firefox plus 1 Internet Explorer, like this. Okay, so any of these combinations it can be created. So guys, remember, it's a very, very important interview question in Selenium Grid. What is the difference between maximum instances? So maximum instances means total number of browsers, okay, of the same version. Total number of browser instances. Maximum instance equal to 3 means 3 browser. Equal to 6 means 6 browsers. Session means at a time only how many browsers will be open. It doesn't matter that, okay, which type and version, which browser type and version that you are using. Okay. Okay, now let's talk about some locator related questions. So as I told you, first of all, for 100% people will ask you what are the different locators Selenium supports. So we have ID, name, CSS, XPath, class name, tag name, link text, partial link text. These are the 8 special locators are available. ID is unique for every web element, okay, according to W3C HTML standards. Name same as ID, although it's not unique. So multiple elements can have the same duplicate name. CSS selector work on element tags and attribute, we have to use it. XPath search the element in DOM, reliable but slow as compared to CSS selector, but provides a lot of rich features. Class name uses the class name attribute. Okay, so class name, ID, and name, these are the attributes are available. CSS selector, XPath, these are the special locators are available, which will work upon element tags and attribute and the DOM respectively. Then we have tag name. Tag name means HTML tag like input tag, div tag, button tag, like this, image tag, a tag, okay, to locate the web elements. Link text and partial link text both are used for the text of the link. So link text, it means the specific text you can search. Partial link text means you can pass the partial part of the link text that you can pass it, right? Now the next question is, which of the ID, name, XPath or CSS selector should be used? Which one is should be used? Now, as I told you, specially prepared these videos. If the page has unique names or identifiers available, then we should use them. It means if they are not available, then only we should go with XPath and CSS selectors. Let's say ID is already there, then why to go with XPath and CSS? I would always use ID. I would always use name if ID in names are available and names is unique and ID is already unique. So I would prefer first ID and then I would prefer name. If it is not available, then let's see ID is also not available, name is also not available, then I'll go with XPath or CSS selector. So CSS XPath is the most used locator strategies. We know that, okay. Selenium to use find element. It works by navigating through the DOM. DOM means whatever the page source is available, whatever the HTML DOM, document object model is available. So for every, let's see, let's say this is the web page, right? This is the web page. And for every web page, you see that, okay, view page source. So this is a DOM. Can you see the doc type HTML? So this is a DOM and it's available in the form of XML. So this is called HTML XML. That's why this is called XML, okay? XML path of the HTML. It works on navigating through the DOM. So it will start from here actually, that okay, it will start from okay here, it will go there, okay, hey, where is a style, where is a div, where ID equal to app, like this. Okay, it will start from here like this. Okay, so it works by navigating through the DOM elements and attribute to locate a target object, for example, a text box or a button or a checkboxes. Okay, although it guarantees to give you the element you are looking after, but it is slower than compared to other locators like ID, name, and CSS selectors. Why? Because obviously, let's see if I'm writing buy.id app, immediately it will come over here and then it will perform some action on this particular div. But in case of XPath, if you're using it, it will start from here. Okay, where is that element having ID? Right, ID equal to app, it will come over here and then it will reach over here. So it is traversing from your inside your DOM. So that's why it's slow as compared to other locators, right guys? Okay, then we have different things. That what do you mean by single slash in XPath? As I already explained, single forward slash means represent the absolute path in this cases, like this. So let's say I'm starting with HTML like this, and then HTML to let's say you go to body. Under that particular body you have div, under that particular div you have div number 2, under that div number 2 you have input field is available like this. So this is the absolute XPath, the exact address of the element coming from starting from the top and reaching over here at the input tag element, right? So that is means every this is actually creating a hierarchy, right, like this. So single slash means the direct child. It means you start from the top node, from the parent node, HTML, go to the direct body, go to the direct div, go to the direct div number 2, and go to the direct input. It means direct child. That is means single slash. Double slash means double forward slash represent the relative path always. Okay. So in this case, the XPath engine searches for the matching element anywhere in the DOM. So let's see if I'm writing double slash div ID is equal to app. So it will directly start from here. Like this, it will not traverse from here, right? Like this. Okay, so this is the meaning of double slash. Double slash means not the direct child, but the relative child. Maybe after few elements or maybe after the few tags that input element is available. So how exactly you will be writing? So I can directly write like this. Let's say you go to div and then under that particular div, one input is available like this, right? Like this. And where input at the rate ID is equal to, let's see, test is available. So this will become an XPath that is with double slash. Okay. As I told you, what do you mean by absolute XPath? Absolute XPath means we'll always search from the root node. Remember this, from the top node, from the parent node until it reaches the target. It will start from here until it reaches the target. Let's see, this is a target. So obviously, two problems. First of all, it will take a lot of time. Second problem is that in between, let's say someone has introduced one more tag or one more section or one more div. In that case, this entire XPath will be disturbed. So that's why we never use absolute path. Okay. What is relative XPath? Relative XPath, as I told you, means custom XPath. It means input at the rate ID equal to this. It does not have a specific point to start. It can start navigation from any node inside the DOM, and then it will continue. Okay, and then it will start from a double slash. Let's see, input ID equal to app. I'm writing input ID equal to app. It means it will directly start from here. It's not input. Let's see, it's div. It will directly start from here like this. Okay, so it does not have a specific point to start. It can begin, it can start, navigate from any node inside the DOM, and then it will continue, but not from the parent. So remember, this is the basic difference between absolute XPath and the relative XPath. Okay, how do you locate an element by partially com comparing its attribute and XPath? Now see, we have different methods available. Partially means you have to use contains like this. So contains method in XPath, you have to use that. A contains is a function like this. So contains category, okay, tablet. Some other example you have to use it. Let's see, I'm gonna looking for input having contains function. It means contains at the rate ID, comma, the ID is like this. Let's see, test. So let's see, for dynamic IDs also you can use it. So ID is coming like this. Let's see, for ID is test underscore 123, and the next ID is test underscore 234, and the next sometime ID is coming 345 for the same element. So this is called a dynamic element. Okay, dynamic element or dynamic ID. So in which case we have to use contains. So instead of writing test underscore 123, if you're writing test underscore 123, what will happen? Next time it will not work. Why? Because next time it will be maybe 234 or 235 or 236. Any random number is coming. So in that case, what I'll be using? I'll be using contains. I simply say test underscore is the constant part, because you know that test underscore is the constant part and 123 is the variable. That number is only changing, so I'll be using like this. Right? So I'll be using contains for handling the dynamic, okay, text over there. Okay, like this. Then how do you locate elements based on the text in XPath? So we have to use XPath, okay, text function like this. Text is equal to Python. So let's see, I'm looking for a link. A is the anchor tag, okay, for the links where the text is equal to Python like this. So I'll be using text function for that. How do you access the parent of a node with XPath? Now see, parent of a node. So what you have to do, we can use the dot dot, okay, like this. So I'll show you. Let's see. You go to app.hubspot.com. Okay, quickly I'll show you. That is called the reverse traversing in XPath. So you right click on it and go to inspect. Okay, you inspect this guy. Input ID equal to username. So I quickly create the XPath. So double slash input at the rate ID is equal to this. Right guys? Now that is called, I want to check who is the parent of this guy. That is called, I want to traverse in the backward direction. So simple, right? Slash dot dot. So see, I'm coming on div. Again, you write slash dot dot. I'm reaching its parent. And who is the parent of this div? You simple write slash dot dot. So it's reaching over here, and again slash dot dot. It's reaching over here, this particular div, right? So this is called backward traversing. X is the parent of a node. It means parent of a specific element. In that case, double slash dot dot you have to use. So remember this thing, guys. Okay, double slash dot dot. Sorry, single slash dot dot you have to use it. It means ultimately dot dot you have to use. How do you get the nth sub element using XPath? Now see, important methods directly you can pass. Let's say div number 2, tr number 2, like this. You can do that. And then we have method that is called position is equal to 4. Okay, position is equal to 4. You can pass it. It means go to the tr. Tr means let's say row, okay, and go to the fourth position like this. Easily you can do that. So position equal to 4 also you can write it. So if I really show you, I really don't want to, okay, get into details over here. So let's see ID, and I simple say, sorry, position is equal to 1. Okay, position is equal to 1. Okay, so or you can see ID, this is the first position, right? This is the, okay, it's not, okay, let's do like this, because Chrome inspection it does not support like this. So let's see, this is, so this is total number of 3 elements we are getting, right? Where input where IDs are available. It means 3 input fields are available. And then you simple write, this is the first element, this is the second element, and this is the third element, like this. Or you can write the position function also. Position is equal to first position, okay, second position, then the third position, like this. So third means the third input. Okay, so this is called a position function. Okay, so position we can use it. Now, how do you use class as a CSS selector? So as I already told you, okay, in my previous video, that how to use create custom CSS selector. So we have to use a dot, okay, for class, and for ID we have to use hash. Simple question, right? How to specify attribute value while using the CSS selector? So simple, you need to write attribute equal to value, type equal to submit. You don't need to write @type or @ID. You simple write type equal to submit. Simple. How to access the nth element of using CSS selector? We have to use nth child. Okay, remember this keyword, nth child we have to use. So please watch my one special video I have created, how to become genius in CSS selector, guys. Recently, 2-3 days back only, I mean, yeah, last week only I released that particular video. It's amazingly good. You will become expert in CSS selector, pretty much sure. I have explained very beautifully, very properly, with a lot of examples I have covered. So please go and please watch that video for sure. Okay, if you really want to become expert, because people will ask a lot of interview questions on CSS selectors, right? Same thing, I have prepared one video, how to become genius in XPath. So please watch these 2 videos, and I'm pretty much sure within 2 hours you will become expert for sure. Okay. Then the next question is, what is the primary difference between the XPath and the CSS? So XPath, as I told you, we can traverse both backward and forward direction, where CSS select only moves forward. So that's why we don't have any backward traversing in CSS. This is very important note over here. Okay, the primary difference: CSS is faster than as compared to XPath, because XPath obviously it will traverse inside the DOM. Okay, but CSS does not. CSS will interact with the tag and the element directly. Okay, so these are the, and syntax wise also CSS is little okay, less complex as compared to XPath. Okay, so guys, that's all for this particular video. Okay, next set of questions I'll prepare in the second video. So like this, I'll be preparing for that. So I'll do one thing that okay, so from part 2 I'll start from here. Okay, and once, yeah, and I'll share this particular document also on my blog. You guys can have a look, and then so these, all these questions, it's not created by me first of all. Okay, it's a collection, guys, that I have taken a lot of interview questions, okay, from a different blogs, from a different sites, and I have modified somewhere, and then so that I thought, okay, how to present these answers for these kind of questions at a time of interview. I think you really need to know about that. Okay. So till here, I think we have covered a lot of things in this particular video. In the next video, I'll tell you different other questions, more complex, more interesting questions are there. Okay, like this. So like this, with this particular series, we will be completing around 200 plus interview questions. Okay, guys. So thanks for watching Naveen Automation Labs, and keep learning. And if you really like this video, please click on subscribe button and press the bell icon, so that the next video, whenever it is coming, automatically you will be notified. So thanks for sharing. Okay, guys, I'll see you in the next video then.